Sing in me, muse, and through me tell the story of those people, skilled in all ways of contending. The Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy, sing of the cities they saw, of the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventures, Muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time and lift the great song again. Hello, everybody, and there goes my place marker, so I'm going to flip through my notes as I try and find that pencil with my feet. But welcome back to Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragonlords, here on Neon Lights Roleplay. 17 episodes. It's obviously always a pleasure, but should be extra fun this time for no particular reason whatsoever. I literally have zero plans. I'm just excited to be here with y'all. That all being said, I hope you had a great day thus far. We're so excited to be here with y'all. We're going to have a bunch of fun up here. Yeah, we just appreciate you stopping on by. I don't know why I'm doing this whole Mr. Rogers style thing. I usually feel like I have more structure, but, you know, I'm so glad you could be here today and join us for this tale of epic mythology and heroic fantasy. Gonna stop that immediately. But let me quickly, before we continue on with our story, let the awesome people, the incredible storytellers, rather, that I've gathered around this proverbial fire, who share their stories with you, please, if you could all introduce yourselves in the order in which is best to introduce yourselves in, being from left to right on your screens. So you tell people who you are, who you're playing tonight, what path they walk. And that's all I need from you right now. No other trick questions this late in the game. So, why don't we kick us off with the one who begins all things that are intros and outros, Comrade Crash.
Hey, I'm Comrade Crash. My character's name is Leo Dracos, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord. He walks the path of the Vanished One. I'm going to pass it on to Chrissy.
Why don't I remember your path being that ever? Comrade, did that change?
No.
After 17 games? No? It's been
No.
the same? Okay, great. But, anyways, I'm Chrissy Kritz. I'm here. Playing Tefera Adamos. She's our Medusa Warlock, walking the path of the Haunted One. Which I do remember all the time now. Apparently, I don't remember anybody else's, though. That's new. Okay,
It's okay.
Calliope, aka Heck, you're up next.
Yeah, it's me. Hey everyone, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm here, I'm on your screen. And as per usual, tonight I am playing Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry Bard, who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. Yeah, I remembered all the things. It's a mouthful. Over to HP.
Hello, I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and tonight I will be playing Thrynos, the Siren Sorcerer, who walks the path of the Demi-Titan. Why did that feel weird? That sound... I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what to do now.
Pass it to me. Here. Take it.
Somebody take it.
No,
Somebody
I'll take
take
it
it. It's getting hot.
I'll
It's getting
take it.
hot. No, I can't. I can't have
If anybody
It's-
forgot anything that happened. Okay, no. Alright.
Hey, everybody. I am Turk, or Turk accented, if you prefer. Don't want to cause any ruckus tonight. Whichever sits more nicely on your tongue and or mind. And I have the distinct honor and pleasure of being your GM for the evening. Still kind of rocking with this light Mr. Rogers feel. We're going to see if that sticks around. We'll find out together. But, quick recap. Because last time we met our heroes, they were quite literally on the field of battle, kind of infiltration, finishing up business on Themis, which of course meant faking being a male prostitute and getting some of their stuff back, at least enough to free one of their new Jankin friends. And, you know, Brant's very excited about that, but they then handled that whole succession crisis in Themis real cleanly. Certainly no one died, and certainly no one else is cursed. But
I
you know.
definitely wasn't given a dying curse. That didn't happen.
as we know, curses and oaths mean nothing here.
No.
Anyway, they have now boarded the Ultros once more and set course to another island, in hopes that either to further undo harm done by the Titans, or perhaps find the missing piece of their Antikythera device. Who can say? But why don't we join them on the way to Fire Island? We have 56 days left in the Oath of Peace, and it's a beautiful night. Frankly, well, it's a beautiful day on the Ultros. Damn it, there it is. Sorry, saw that post in the chat and I could not. Brain took over. Anyway,
Beautiful day on the Ultros.
you do seem to get a fair clip of speed heading out away from Themis towards your next destination. And your crew is happy to report that, well, you know, with any luck, you should be able to reach Fire Island within a day. Probably getting in either just before the end of just before the full onset of night, or the crack of dawn the next morning. So you're making great time. The winds are in your favor. You have a whole day ahead of you of what seems to be calm, serene seas. What would you like to get up to? Let me switch the music up so we can.
Teferi is going to walk over to Leo.
I mean, I assume that's easily done. Theo, where are you heading? Where are you checking out?
I am below deck with a little tub, and I am washing my egg as I am being scolded for being a bad parent again.
Yeah. I got a thing for that.
But yeah, like I'm
I
just
love
sitting there in the tub, just like scrub a dub dub. I know. I promise this is the last time I will lose you.
The wash water. Mykonos is just kind of up top, like waving its tail at some bits of dirt and flaking off some harder, crusty things. There's gold coins and other treasures that have been kind of stuck to it.
Yeah, like, why would they take care of an egg like this? Don't they know this was a dragon egg?
Bad egg keeping.
I know. We should have taught him a thing or two, but I guess in the end we did.
Indeed.
But yeah, no. I think number one thing is to find a babysitter while I'm out. Oh, hey, Dear, how's it going?
Well, you guys are obviously talking about a similar topic. I just wanted to ask how you were handling parenthood, because it appears to be kind of difficult currently. We seem to be chasing this egg a lot. Like, can I help you somehow with this egg? I don't want to, like, co-parent necessarily, that's a lot. But I would be willing to help find a babysitter, I think is what I heard you saying.
Yeah, that would be great. It is a short
What
list.
characteristics are you looking for, like, in a babysitter? What are you thinking?
Someone tough, but not too tough. Someone kind.
Okay.
You know, someone who won't eat the egg. Number one, I think. Actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Someone who won't lose the egg, like, you know, certain someone.
Look, you just see Mykonos looking up at Leo.
But yeah.
So you're thinking
know-
like a person, not like a tool, like not like a papoose or something that we could like attach it to you, or
No, because you've seen me. I go into encounters head first, and I usually get hit in the head one too many times.
That's valid.
Uh,
How are you? So mostly like, I might have trust issues, but how are you going? Like, do you have an idea of who you're going to ask to be the babysitter? I guess.
Yeah, I think Bulldog. He's been very great, you know, has been with us for a while now, and has shown nothing but being a great dude.
You've given this some thought.
Yeah, of course. Do you not trust him?
Oh no, I think he's great. I'm not sure. I was thinking more like an item to help you keep it safe on your person. Like, I honestly wasn't expecting you to say to give it to somebody else. I think that I would be nervous to give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
hmm Leo, what makes you not nervous about people?
Oh, because I don't know. Sometimes a person just gives you a good aura about them. Like you. That's why you're my best friend. And honestly, if something bad ever happened to me, I would appreciate if you took care of the egg. If I am ever gone.
You are going to see Defera in the most awkward way turn as bright red as possible, as her skin will allow. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, you don't have to decide now. Sorry.
No. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't, but I'm your best friend. Like, I'm the one you would pick.
Yeah, of course. You've been with me for a while too, or I've been with you for a while. Yeah, and you have given me nothing but good advice and stuff.
Leo, sometimes I don't think that I actually do that.
Yeah?
Sometimes I think you're just very sweet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sometimes I think I give really bad advice, actually.
No, never. Remember the time you told me to not breathe while I'm exercising while you were asleep? That's good advice. I've gotten very good at holding my breath. You want to see?
That was actually one of the ones I was going to use as an example of me actually not being kind and giving good advice. You should definitely breathe while you exercise. But also, I now have this thing, and this is a weird thing because I don't sleep right unless I hear you working out at night and then again in the morning. So you should definitely breathe while doing that because it affects my sleep patterns.
Okay, I'll breathe. Whew. New personal record.
Okay. So, well, thanks for calling me your best friend. You're probably absolutely my best friend. For sure. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
And then
Okay,
soon,
well-
then I pull the egg out and just put it right next to my face. You'll be his friend, best friend too.
I'm going to haphazardly look at the tiny dragonlet. I don't think I can understand him, right?
Not a damn clue.
How is he responding to me being friends with the dragon egg?
Kind of just
Indifferent?
seems to be assessing you at the moment.
Okay.
I forget. Oh gosh, they're a lot of the mannerisms of pseudo dragons are kind of described as being akin to cats. And so you can kind of imagine like a perched judging glance while at the same time being very protective around the top, like oval-ish part of the egg. You know, curled around, lizard cat, just kind of, what's your vibe? What's going on?
Take that image of Leo's face against the egg with a tiny pseudo dragon eyeballing me. I think you're gonna have to run that past him first. So how do I get him to like me?
Don't lose the egg. Easy as that.
Okay, that feels hard, which is why we started this conversation, and it's taken a lot of turns since then. So, Bullbug, when are you gonna talk to him? Are you gonna pay him?
Oh. Should I pay him? Yeah, I guess I have to pay him if he's gonna babysit. But yeah, I pass the egg to you, and then I get up, put my shirt back on. I know. I just need to. He's done with his bath. And so yeah, I then get up, get a towel, and just like wrap the egg. Yeah, let's go talk to Bulbug now. Good thinking. You know,
Give yourself credit for this one, Leo. You did this.
no time like the present. And then yeah, I just head off to find Bulbug.
Sure. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to pause and then we'll get back to it in a second?
Yeah, we can pause and see what these other guys are doing.
Sure. Anyone else have anything they're doing immediately upon your return to the ship?
I mean, I would probably be filling in folks on like what all happened on the island. Like for the folks that might want to know. Like Kira probably wants to know because she's like, soft banned from the island.
She seems very relieved to hear that there will be a change in government structure. That's very anti-Titan. She figures she might be able to work that in, some kind of like readmittance policy could be established, since she kicks Titan ass so much.
Okay, but don't push it.
I'm not gonna push anything. Do I look like a pusher? I could not. Can't even push you.
Python address,
I'm so weak.
That's off limits. That's off limits.
It'd be so funny. We don't have to bring
It'd be so funny.
Address.
I know.
Do you realize what you've done by limiting
but they've just become friends with us.
He could look. We don't have to drop him on the island. We just have to tell him it's Themis. This is why not letting him get drunk is a mistake on my part, because now he's gonna know where he is.
No, that's fair. But this is something for later. This is something for later. That's like stage 5 of friendship. We're on level 1 right now.
Level 1. You're not on level 1 anything. I'm like level 5 from the start. What?
Okay, we don't have the time to test that, but I really wish we could.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Level 5 friends. Juking each other out. Point being, I'm glad you're all okay, obviously. It sounds like a hell of a thing there. I mean, I'm like a little bit of, getting bound up as much as anyone else, but sacrificing afterward, that's a bit much.
I mean, this is the second time we've been even close to the chopping block? I don't know, it's getting kind of routine at this point.
Yeah, no, not a good habit to pick up. Being captured and outnumbered and walking right into the lion's den. a little dicey, you know, a little concerning. You can only write about so many heroic escapes before people start to question the authenticity of each one. So thank you for planning your rebellion in the morning, because that way I can really lay in that new dawn thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little hit for you.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad it was narratively fitting. You know, we didn't just really need sleep.
You know what? We can leave that part out. Your virility and stamina can be unquestioned throughout the entire tale. They frankly don't talk about all the naps you take in stories. Probably saves
Yeah.
time.
I guess not until the end.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, I know, the celebration and all of that, but...
Well, like I said, glad you're alive, glad you all survived, glad you're not the statue again.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll keep that one to the how happened only once but got really good at avoiding it kind of thing, right?
Hey, to be fair, I avoided it for a long time. I thought I held it out like way longer than I thought it was going to be round 1 of that encounter.
Yes,
But
yes, yes.
I was not the first one to become a statue, so I'll take that.
If all your friends are becoming statues of you.
I mean, apparently, yes.
Apparently, yes, which is not a good habit to have, Calliope.
It's not
I'm
like
gonna
I was
follow the story.
trying.
I don't know. I mean, you might have liked it the last time. I'm not here
No.
to judge. You could have been jealous of all those
I did
Eliana
not like-
statues.
I did not like a single thing about the entire trip up that tower. You can ask anybody. That was the worst
come
time.
on. You
It was
got to
the
look at
worst
everyone's
of time.
asses. No? Yes?
I'll leave it to
My
mystery.
experiences haven't stirred anything? Wow. Choice. I mean, literally, at this point, it feels like it's a choice. But I'll respect it. Unless there's something else I need to know about.
Think so. No, there's something that I wanted to know about.
Go ahead, darling. I'm an open book.
Yeah, I think we haven't really had time to sit down and talk about the other musicians you spent time with.
What do you mean,
You
other
know, with-
musicians? The four with those assholes?
Hmm.
Right. What about them?
I don't know, like all we did was walk in and kick their asses. We didn't really learn that much about them except that they're assholes.
All right.
You have a
well,
history with them.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you want to know a quick rundown? I was younger, you know. Bored, obviously. No end of the world prophesized just yet. Kicking it back, relaxing, and just decided, hey, I have all these instruments from my father. I might as well, you know, start a little traveling band, go around, collect some talent, see if I can inspire any people, become another bigger muse than I already was. Frankly, I just want to get out, but yeah, well, give someone a taste of power without really vetting them beyond musical talent, and well, y'all got a little weird, a little kind of obsessed with being the objects of attraction, you know? Don't know where they picked it up.
Oh, no idea.
Truly, you know, there's only so much I could have taught them. But don't know. They ran out. I assumed they had stuck together, but it seems they all went their separate ways. Too much ego, not enough space. And, well, some have done better than others. Well, three
Well,
of them haven't
considering
done
there's one left now.
Exactly. And that one is doing quite well, at least hide and go seek.
So you don't know where they are.
Unfortunately, no, I'm not able to quite track my instruments across the winds and waves. Get me up to practice, and well, maybe I can get a little view down to where everything is, but that's for a little bit later. I wouldn't recommend taking that on just yet, at least not till the Antikythera's fixed.
For sure. We have priorities, but I was just curious.
Yeah, well, not the most fun and engaging chapter of my life, but, well, suppose it is a chapter.
I get it. I know the type, and I don't know. I have a similar chapter in my life, so.
Oh? You were also part of a traveling band that used you for your magical instruments and then went in their separate ways?
Not much, the magical instruments part, but they, you know, unless you call, I guess you could call the voice one thing, but, yeah, what comes with that is, keeping me on the ground, though.
Ah, yes, well, maybe a time for, prettier moons and, stiffer drinks. Get to it when you're ready. And so at that point, you're going to hear a call from the crow's nest. Syndrome, come! And sure enough, there does seem to be a siren flying in off the port bow towards you all, laden with packages. I didn't just pick a random ship direction; you did. They'll sail in and kind of glide and quickly come to a running stop. Stretch their legs and kind of. It never gets any easier, but I don't think I want to. Anyway, packages from the mainland, mail, scrolls. Got something for the Oracle's Chosen. Top secret. At least tough enough I couldn't get it open.
I think we'll take care of that.
Hand you a small-looking scroll that is sealed with the emblem of the Dragon Shrine back in Astoria. And the sign will then begin handing off some letters and such to some other folks aboard. It seems just some correspondence, ways to keep track of ships. Obviously, this has been a difficult thing to keep track of y'all, because you can go places where most ships can't. Without, they'll send letters back, and unless anyone has anything they'd like to send back to the mainland or some other area, the siren will depart. Others? We can check back if y'all think of something. But you have a scroll.
I will gather the troops, crack the scroll.
Hail to the Oracle's chosen ones. As the keeper of the Dragon Shrine, I have a favor to ask of you. Many believe that all of the dragons of Balmitra's brood were killed alongside her in the first war 500 years ago. However, my research indicates that the other 4 dragons may have been captured by the Titans. If this is true, then they must be found and rescued. I beg you to be watchful on your journey. As the Oracle's chosen few, I believe that these dragons would serve you so long as you held to the ideals of their former masters. May the fates guide you. Aesop, keeper of the Dragon Shrine.
Well, that's both good and bad news. Suppose.
So much to do. Still a little time.
Oh, it would at least seem that there are more dragons out in the world. Those who are perhaps not strange and weird, like the current Order of the Dragonlords, or the Order of Sidon's dragons.
Admit, I'm somewhat relieved that there are full-grown dragons to be found.
I think that's great.
Speaking for myself, I don't know about raising a dragon from an egg.
Dragons need dragon eggs.
Oh yeah,
Or
they might have.
we just all end up with it.
Yeah, they might have like dragon babies that you guys can all take care of, and then we'll all have dragons.
Where do you... As I awkwardly shift the egg that I've been holding,
He just looks at you as you move, just like, what the fuck are you doing? Gets up.
but where do you start looking for these things? Like, was there any hint in the scroll as to where we go, or Leo? Any ideas? Anybody?
Well, if the Titans hid them, then I would assume places where the Titans have held sway for quite a while.
How private is the conversation you all are having right now?
Not private.
Not particularly private.
I think we're at the top.
I don't
deck.
see us as being like a very secretive group.
Not yet. Not until I reveal the traitor. No. I'm joking.
We already got rid of her.
We got
Oh,
rid of all
that's-
three of them.
That's fair.
Oh yeah.
That being said, Gix will. There was a mighty fire breather on Fire Island for some time ago in the legends.
You don't say.
Yes, fought the mighty water creatures. Battle lasted for ages, blasted sand from sea. Have not seen either since.
You saw them.
No. Legends. Queen would know more. Queen knows many things. Queen is very smart. You should meet Queen.
I'm getting that impression.
Yes.
Good news is we're on our way there.
Going
It's
there.
the matter of the wind.
Yes.
Fast as we can.
To Fire Island. To victory. For Vita.
Them so much.
Drixel will be
They're
like
some of my favorite NPCs.
opposite end of the ship. Fire Vita.
I love them so much. Nothing
They're
bad
all-
can ever happen to them ever again.
got swallowed.
Yeah, I
like
know.
They're like
And it
100%
nearly
6
killed
years
me.
old.
Yeah, I love them. I love them so much.
Well, that sounds like a Titan capturing a dragon to me. Guess we have
Does.
even more to look for on Fire Island.
What was the first reason we were going? I can't remember. Chrissy the player.
Helping the queen.
Oh, the queen we haven't met yet?
Yeah, there's also a devotee
We're overthrowing
of
another,
Sidon that took her place, and that wasn't super cool. So,
Check.
we're gonna pop him off of the throne.
Yankor the traitor of the Fire Walkers.
Yes, them.
Yeah.
So, do we just... Are you going to be able to connect us to the queen? Or are we going to have to just get to the island and fight our way through? Because I feel like maybe we have a pattern of doing something
Many.
similar.
Many tribes on Fire Island. We will show you way to our camp. Vita will know where the traitor rests.
And that's what the queen is there too, right? Like that's...
Queen Vita.
Ah, okay. This is very helpful. Just making sure.
We bring tall one to counter Jenkor's tall ones.
So he
And-
has.
They,
Tall
they
ones.
motion. They motion towards your Jenkin companion. Sorry, it's going to be confusing. There's Jenkins and Jenkor.
Oh.
Jenkan, can is your buddy. Jenkor is in Rancor is the bad lizard man.
Or what Jake can't do.
Well, Jen can do pretty much anything you want. He's a very talented 20-fingered smith. Terrible peripheral vision, to be not peripheral. Well, peripheral and
Depth perception.
depth perception.
Yeah.
Thank you, that's the word. Still one.
All right.
Well, we have all the more reason. Which is good. Well,
Was there anything else in the mail, or?
some bills.
What they
They've been
find
trying
us
to
out here?
reach you about your boat's extended warranty.
Oh my god.
No.
Hey, while we're sitting here as a team, maybe we could just do quick noodle it out. Just
Oh, right
quick
here.
group chat. Threnos, should we probably talk about you being cursed? Like how to resolve that?
Wait, you got cursed too?
Yes. You see, as our former friend died, she cursed me. Said that family would betray me, and lots of other things that I'm sure aren't going to be a problem.
I don't know, that kind of sounds like a problem.
The only family I have right now is, well, estranged father, all of you.
I won't betray you.
Never would have suspected you would, Leo.
I just wanted to make sure you knew.
I do appreciate you saying so.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't know what to make of it. It seems like if a curse was to be effective, meaningful, it would, well, affect something I have. Family's really not something I have a lot of. Anyway,
Well, I mean, I know Leo, like I also feel like I would never betray you as well. I think that could go for the whole group of us. And maybe we don't act like it. Maybe that's something we should maybe work on a bit, but like maybe it was about us? Like maybe it was about us being kind of that like found family idea?
don't know. The wording of curses tends to be pretty important. I guess that's why it concerns me a bit.
Tefera is scrolling right now because I'm trying to get to a skill just to make sure that I can't do it now. But the Warlock starts with W, and I'm only at Rogue. Give me a second.
What are you trying to do?
After you hit a certain level, I can see the future.
Oh,
No, not quite, not true. But I am trying to see if there's something that I can utilize. that's dramatic. I shouldn't say I can tell.
That's true. You do have, so you obviously are a warlock of the fates, which does let you kind of look into the future a little bit. And you also have Eliana, who was an oracle as her day job before joining you all, and does have prophecy domain stuff. And you also have Versi. Oh wait, you don't. You broke Versi's heart. Now she hates you.
We're
all.
still friends.
Sure, buddy. Sure,
I
buddy.
don't know.
It's the most sweetheart thing to say. Oh, buddy. Oh,
See,
no.
all the Thylea burn. Yeah, no, I think we're on good terms.
Important she'd be there.
Yeah, I would have a Mojo Dojo Casa pass.
So, that being said, is there a way that I could, obviously, because I'm looking through it now and it's not quite what I thought it was, but, while I'm not trying to see the future necessarily, what I would like to do is attempt to commune with the fates to get an answer into, like, some sort of path for this, for Threnos. Nothing more than, like, a path of, like, this or that, or, like, something as far as, like, a direction. Because the wording was so vague and everything was so vague when it happened that just kind of, like, getting an idea of, like, oh, this definitely means found family. Or no, this definitely means real family. Just something, like, less
And you're
vague.
trying to interpret the wording of the curse.
Correct.
You can make me an intelligence check, but you can throw in Arcana if you have it, or if it's a higher number than just a straight up intelligence roll. But I hear arguments for other things. But the first thing that comes to my head would probably be an Arcana check. What did we get here? Ooh, 20. So that's the difficulty with this. Obviously, you're kind of familiar with the familial situation. And curses as their nature are difficult to interpret. So, like, you're gonna die when you go swimming. Like, swimming's a bad example, but, like, you know, they're kind of meant for you to overthink them and really get in their head. And also, you have to remember, Moxena was losing quite a lot of blood and actively dying at the time of laying the curse. So, what her intent was versus what she told you could be different. So, I don't know. Take care of yourselves, and also, if you can, you know, I guess you are kind of on a quest to kill Sidon anyway, so, or at least kick Sidon's ass a little bit. That might strain family relations. Even with like a pretty solid understanding of how this curse could theoretically work. Even understanding Threnos' like strained familial situation, it's hard to say exactly how it could get worse, or if it's referring to something else.
So, okay. I'll make sure that, like, I explain all of that, obviously, to Threnos. I'm not going to repeat it. But, in there, I'm going to very quickly just... And then I think, like, you know, we made, like, an oath.
You swore an oath of friendship to each other. You know, like, oaths are, you know, definitely, like, solid contract of words. We're all buddies. We share in fate here. Let's all get along and not have one be more triumphant over the other. Or, you know, Pythor swore an oath of service to you all, you know, and so he's going to make himself available to you however he can. Or, you know, oaths of hospitality, basic stuff like that. Come in, and I promise I won't kill you. It's basic, you know, welcome, please come in kind of stuff, you know. When you enter and feed your guests, there's the kind of unspoken. So, you understand your oath.
Defera's gonna say all of that, and then just say, so I think maybe, like, we just make it different for us then. Like, do, like, our own oath, you know? Like, I mean, I get it, like, gods and, you know, whatever, but, like, this feels a little bit different, and I feel like maybe it needs something different. And I want to make sure that you're good. And I want to make sure that I don't do anything to help this curse see a bad end. So, you know,
So
I-
you're saying make an oath not to betray each other?
yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've thought about it a couple times, and I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest because I feel like there's like an easy way to do this. Like I feel like maybe if we just went right to either of them and just maybe betrayed them, it would be easier. You know, do like a sneaky thing. So I've thought about it. So like, I'm just saying, like that's the point of them tempting us, right?
I suppose. But I guess my thoughts that any of you would betray me is just reaching for me. Why curse me that way? Maybe she didn't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if she didn't know, then I don't know, it's kind of a meaningless death curse.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think an oath of non-betrayal is necessary. It seems almost make the betrayal sting even more. I don't know if we should pit a dying curse against an oath. Because breaking an oath can happen. It just results in curse.
That's a
So I
lot of
guess-
thinking.
I guess that I don't necessarily want you all to make that oath, because if you are going to betray, I want you to suffer for it too. But again, I don't think she meant any of you. I guess now that I think about it and talk it through out loud, she really couldn't have.
Okay, well,
I guess I just don't know what to do with it.
I'm gonna stick out my hand.
Take your hand.
I
Mhm.
promise that if I'm going to betray you, I will tell you. I'll be honest about it. I'll be a real shithead. But until then, I'm not gonna do it.
Appreciate that greatly.
And I'm gonna give you a hug now. And then she's gonna hug you.
We'll hug.
Okay, I mean, I'm the only one who's freaking out about this curse. That's fine. I'll be the one to freak out about it. Everybody else can do it. It's fine.
I'm really concerned about it. I just also don't really know what to think about it. And like, I don't know, it worries me. I don't know the full extent of curses. Can they transcend anything that we know? Like, can they transcend death? Like, are there others out there we need to worry about? Can they do things like take autonomy? What if, you know, obviously none of us want to betray each other, but what if the curse doesn't care about that?
Trouble thinking that she'd be capable of laying a curse that strong.
I don't know. She was very serious from the very start. A lot of power in that amount of anger. You and I both know that.
We did beat her twice.
kind of once. She was halfway on her way down by the time we got to the second time we beat her.
It's just a keep our eyes open situation.
Yeah. Because I believe you got this. You have been very strong throughout this whole thing. You'll figure it out. If not, we'll be here for you.
Do we know of any other oracles? Not necessarily the one. And I'm gonna lean my head towards Leo and not say anything else and just... And do any of you know any other ones? Where we might be able to find one?
Eliana might.
So, like, maybe we should just try to find, like, a new one? Or a
Yeah,
different
is there
one?
another one in our network? Is that covered?
Yeah. Is there another covered oracle somewhere?
I bet if I just
we'll
wrote a
go
letter.
out of network and pay the deductible.
Shh, Leo, shh.
No? Like, I could just say, I am sorry.
No, it's okay.
But we
Shh,
need.
no.
No?
It's okay. Let's not go down that road
Okay.
because you might accidentally send a message.
A good message.
No.
I'm very happy. We're all happy. And I hope you're happy.
Well,
Well,
let's
no?
Let's
No? Okay.
give us some more time to sit, shall we?
Okay. Yeah.
Thinking years?
Well, does she have, like, a sister? Like, did you ever meet a sister at any family function?
Oh, I wasn't allowed to see people.
That's right.
She mentioned her sisters and how they were probably going to try and kill you if they ever found out about you.
Yeah, I think I relayed
Oh.
that. Yeah, so it's for my protection, you know?
Yeah. A lot of baggage both ways, huh?
All right.
You know,
So,
she-
I mean, we just maybe try to find somebody who has some information.
If only you knew, like, extremely powerful women who were, like, known for divining the fates. Oh. Your patients. If you literally, your patrons are the fates.
Mine? Oh, yeah, that's right. But didn't I just try that?
No, you tried to understand and use the knowledge of it, but it's one thing to, like, oh, let me think on it, like, use my experience, and another thing to, you know, go to the fates and be like, hi, and entreat them, you know.
All right. So, DeFero will turn to Threnos. Give me a few minutes and I'm gonna find a private place. I promise I'm not going to betray you. I said that already, but I feel like maybe at this point of the conversation I should say it again. And I'm gonna find
more
somewhere
often
quiet.
you say it, the more unnerving
I
it gets.
know, Threnos. I can't help it. This entire thing makes me uncomfortable. I promise I will stop saying it. Maybe. Similar to how... I'll stop saying that I'm pretty sure you had a threesome with that big guy and that other guy.
You're gonna stop saying that?
And then I'm gonna walk away and
Thinking
walk into
about-
like a private room.
What is she talking about?
What do you mean, what is she talking about?
I don't
You know,
understand why.
that night in the tavern with Bulbug and Folon. Oh, we're getting real cozy in
shared
the
a
room next
room?
door. Yeah,
No, the bed was too small.
of course it was.
No, it's... So you two think and have thoughts.
Hey, we don't judge.
Well, it's not about judgment. It's just... No, nothing like that. We were roommates. I mean, that's what it'll say in the histories, I'm sure.
Okay, are you aware of who writes those?
I point directly at
Kira.
Kira. Yeah.
Yeah. Same Kira. You saw how the blessing of Kira was given to Eliana at the games, right? This just is an example. No, I completely believe you. I'm just, now kind of worried how history is gonna see that.
Well, first off, I'm flattered that the two of you think I can pull that off.
Hey.
But no, that's not. They're great guys, not really my type.
Oh, so muscles aren't your type. What is your type?
Tefera's absolutely sticking her head out of whatever door.
Every ear on the ship.
Why is
Casually
everyone looking
turns.
at me like
Okay.
No,
no,
don't
guys,
hesitate
for that.
Let's explore this.
It's not actually that. I'm overstating, but
I mean, it's. I haven't really thought about it that much. I guess. Less fur? I don't know.
You
Feathers
don't
are
have to
nice.
know off the top of your head. It's kind of something you just find out.
You could try a little bit of everything. You never really know until you maybe try. Or try nothing. And then, that's cool too. We support you.
But I thought you were doing something.
I'm gonna go back to that now.
I'm multitasking.
I don't.
You're gonna close the door again.
I mean, I thought about it, but I don't know. We were given free reign at, well, our wonderful sponsored tavern. But I don't. Guess I've had other things on my mind.
That is entirely understandable. There's a lot going on that we also gotta think about.
But you really thought?
Yeah, we really try not to eavesdrop too closely, but it was irresistible.
And
It's honestly surprising. A lot of the things you all were saying were very suggestive.
how long were
That's
you
why we were
listening?
very long enough.
I mean, maybe one or two things, but... So, are you implying that you were interested in listening to that?
I mean, it was kind of hard to ignore, but the walls are pretty thin.
No. I didn't hear you two.
Yeah, we're
Or
really
anyone else for
light-footed.
that matter. I didn't even hear people talking.
Well, yeah, you probably couldn't hear over the other two.
Well, they are really loud.
Yeah,
Alright.
hear their footsteps a mile away.
Big personalities.
For sure.
was that the part that's big?
Who was that?
the assembled crowd.
Yeah,
because
just someone who's someone passing by.
I turned to Bullbug and full on. Did you two know they thought that?
What?
At the tavern.
No one tells us anything, dude.
So they think that the three of us, when we were cramming into that tiny bed, well,
I mean,
the two
dude,
of
we
you
were
were,
pretty
as I
tightly
slept
packed in
the
there.
chair.
You slept in the chair? Wow, dude, I thought you were right between us.
Yeah, you two were tightly packed, that's for sure.
I seem to recall all of us being pretty tightly packed in there. I mean, you fit in, like, perfectly.
You know what I mean?
I'm hearing something. This is... I don't know, man. Like, we bonded. We straight up battle bro bonded. So, like, I'm good with whatever people think.
It doesn't bother me, it just... No. Someone says something about you, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, you just like to know what they meant. But, in any case, to be clear, I'm proud to be considered that I would have. Can we all go do something else now? As I look at the entire dead silent assembled crew.
Yeah, there are definitely things that need done around the ship. Let's go.
Everyone will get back to the business.
Yeah.
Find a cabin, figure out what they mean.
Anyone else have anything they want to discuss? The sun is setting.
I'm interested in what DeFera finds out.
Yes, I was just gonna say, if nobody has anything else, then I would like to attempt to commune with the fates. That's what I thought I was doing before, to be fair, but apparently, different. So.
Okay, let me make sure I read this right.
But if I have to be, like, in a certain place or do something, I would assume she already knew that, but Chrissy's a player, obviously.
Yeah,
it doesn't say it anywhere in Warlock. So.
It's not really like warlocks aren't necessarily like a patron on call kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you can't phone Cthulhu. You sometimes you can reach out and be like, I would like to discuss something, and maybe they'll get back to you. You have to remember, you're kind of the sugar baby in this relationship. You're a sugar baby for three older, powerful women. Kind of my dream goal.
Yeah, sounds great. So I will light a few incense and try to just reach out and touch fates.
Sure. You focus on the core of your power and reach out. And you don't really get like a worded response, but rather you don't pull a response from what you're expecting. Actually, as you're kind of sitting and meditating, you find your hand kind of just naturally grasping the rod of absorption that you had brought back, that symbol of power of your family. And do you recall what happened last time you were able to recover a family artifact?
Ooh, it was in the grove, right?
Yes.
I can't remember exactly what happened to her, but it wasn't great. It didn't feel great, if I remember correctly. She was pretty shooken up about it. I think it was something with her. Was it like her family? Didn't she have like a vision?
Yes. And
yeah. I'm so sorry that I'm such a bad
No.
And really...
no. And no, I'm just wouldn't you know, you also have another vision now. Family members now surround you, specters whirling, that mist and complete mixing of what could be empty space and spirits now more solidly coalescing. A strong male voice, kind and close to your heart. What was your father like?
So father was I can't remember exactly what the story was, but we had said that they were both him and mom were both in positions of power. I can't remember what we had
basically
said.
your family was set up to become the future rulers of Mitros. Kind of like you kind of have a rightful claim in some respects.
Yes. So he had been the type of father where the expectation was for me to follow in line with what was necessary for me to do to continue the succession and the success of the family. So it wasn't that he was cold or unloving or anything like that. It was just more like there were expectations, and when I didn't meet them, like when your kid's an overachiever, and they get B's, but you want them to have A's, so you make them feel kind of bad about getting the B's, even though the B's are pretty fucking good. That kind of dad. That's the best way to describe it.
You feel that familiar presence of, connection established, and the singular voice of your father managed to cut through more clearly than you've ever really felt before. And, my sweet daughter, there is not much time. The fates know the answer. They who have given you your power hold the truth to you and our curse. You must find them, for they will show you the true foe. Please, for all our sakes. And just as soon as they appeared, they vanish. And you're left quiet rocking of a ship. Your cabins, splash of water coming even from the sounds from the top deck and the sound of sailors at work around you.
Okay. She's going to snuff out a little incense, put them back in her little satchel, shift the egg she's still holding to the other arm, because I think I forgot to hand it back to Leo.
Yeah, he's outside waiting.
Get up, and she'll walk out to just find Threnos, specifically.
Do you hand that egg back?
Yes, I'll hand the egg back to Leo. Sorry, I walked away with this.
No worries. You're being a good caretaker.
Mm-hmm. I gotta find Threnos, and then I'll come back for the bull bug conversation. So
Okay.
get there.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Bye. And then she'll very
I
quickly
follow
try
you.
to find Threnos. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, just follow. That's fine. Hey, Threnos.
Thurnos would be below decks, probably in that one cabin in the back with the hammocks. Yes, yeah.
So, no news is good news. Kind of. I think ultimately what I'm understanding from what just happened is that I really need to locate the Fates. Like, their actual location.
Don't they just live in a cave somewhere?
I mean, do you know that they live in a cave somewhere? Somebody tell you that?
I don't know. That's what I always kind of thought. But I also live in a cave on a cliffside, so maybe I was just projecting.
Okay. Well, I thought it would be maybe like more opulent. I don't like in like a castle or something. I don't know. They feel very powerful to me, so. But I guess a cave would work too. I guess they
I
can't.
always imagine the fates being in a rocky island just off the shore, being battered by the waves, but never succumbing to them. I don't know. I always picture the fates.
So much more poetic than anything I probably could have ever thought of the way to describe them. So I'll work on trying to find them. If you have any clues, then once we do, we'll have a chit chat with them. I feel like maybe they'll have more answers. But right now, we're back at square one, where I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it again. But we shook hands. And I hugged you. So.
I appreciate it, but I don't know if that's... I mean, I know you said to try things, but I mean, there's no thank you.
See, all her eyes and all of the snake's eyes get very squinty, as if trying to decipher what that sentence means. I'm not sure where this is going, but we shook hands.
And that's okay. No, that's fine. I've recently learned that the two of you interpret things in a very different way, and I want to be explicit.
Oh, wow, that's sweet. Oh, listen, yeah, appreciate you. You're great.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I was already in the cabin here.
Yeah, you can't walk away. I'll walk out of this room now. To end this. Wow. Wow. And he's just gonna walk away. That's all. That's all Defera had for today.
Someone wants to talk to Bulbug.
Yes, I think after you awkwardly leave that situation, you have another one waiting as me and an egg are waiting for you. Are you ready?
Shit. Yeah. I'm ready for this conversation.
Yeah, it'll be real easy.
It's gonna be way easier than whatever just happened. It's gonna be easier than that, I hope.
Yep. And then, I think we head out and find wherever Bulbug is hanging out.
Bulbug's hanging out amongst some sailors and Pythor. They're all kind of just shooting shit. It's getting later. So they're not at their oars. They're getting a little break, getting a little dinner, getting some tack, and some from fresh water to sip on. Some of the sailors have small bits of wine they can dip their bread in. Not Pythor though. Pythor's real bummed about it too. But
he looks longingly.
Not so longingly, just kind of like everyone else is eating chocolate, but you swore it off for Lent, and you got I'll be strong. My diet. For the Easter Bunny. Anyway, Bulbug's there. We've got him.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there.
Hey, Bulbug. How's it going?
Not so bad. Ready to... Well, maybe, go on your next adventure with you all. Got a little board just sitting on the ship here.
Oh, yeah?
Worried, Get a little seasick too, but, don't tell anyone else that.
Uh-huh. Oh. Huh. I think I turned to Defera like, I didn't think about that.
Everyone else is kind of, there, and he's like, what? I got a dumb cow brain. Cows aren't meant to be in ocean.
Don't worry, I have dumb human brain. I was just about to ask you to see if you could babysit my egg while I'm out adventuring and conquering islands.
Oh, does this mean I'm never gonna get to go out with you all?
Well, no, not anymore. If you want to go out adventuring and having a grand old time, sure, you can come along.
Because, I mean, if you
No.
get captured again, I'll be the first to sign up for a rescue party.
Man, that sounds so cool.
Not you all being captured, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, of course not. But we gotta fight a bunch of hydras.
What? Hydra? Did
Yeah,
you bring any back? I bet it tastes
No.
great.
they all exploded.
Oh, the best ones always explode.
It was glorious. Anyways, I was just gonna talk to you about another fun thing, you know? As I kind of slowly raised the egg, I was hoping someone could stay on the ship and take care of this dragon egg for me while I'm gone.
Oh, just think about it, Leo. Meat that as you digest it, it keeps regrowing itself. So you're never hungry.
No, I don't think that's how it works at all. I think it would grow teeth and try to eat out of your stomach.
Oh, well, it's never met my stomach.
True.
Sorry, the egg. Well, I have to think about it, because, I mean, I suppose that means I'd,
No.
like I said, be permanently on babysitting duty, and never on
Yes,
adventure.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
I mean, I could take it.
Do you have any recommendations of who I could ask for to babysit?
I could, if I thought, like, cheapestly, I could watch it for you all.
At that suggestion,
Farah.
Farah's eyes are going to get large, and she's going to attempt to be as emotionless as possible.
I mean, already sworn off of any and all alcohol, and that's fine. And I'm not much good to anyone while the Oath of Peace is still in effect.
Oh,
So-
yeah, huh?
I can at least look out for the eggs, little one there, while you're all busy. I mean, you all don't want me anywhere near your adventures. Yeah.
Do we want you near our egg?
I take very good care of eggs. I've been told I have a very warm embrace, very paternal. I mean, I've had so many kids. Oh, you should have seen me with. Oh, I miss when my baby girl was a baby girl.
Oh,
Never touched the ground. Well, until
yeah.
she asked very nicely to, in which case, or in full sentences, you probably put your child down.
That's so sweet. I think, yeah, that convinces Leo enough to just hand the egg, and it's like, do you want to say hello?
You're certain. You
Oh,
seem-
I already gave it to him.
Oh,
and
okay.
so-
Hello, little one. Gives pats, cradles it very gently. I mean, he's a big guy already, so
Yeah.
he's got one hand completely holding at the bottom, and then kind of like a baby, just not really rocking it one side or the other. And you can see Mykonos standing on top and looking into this man's soul, really fucking judging him. And then Mykonos will just kind of relax and just pop off the egg and back onto your shoulder, seemingly very content.
You got the job.
Oh, all right then. Do you have a carrier for this or something?
Yeah. And I hand this those awful makeshift baby Bjorn that's kind of
No, not like that. I'll put a request into Father and see if he can't get something made. Imagine, well, We'll all be Dragonlords. We might need more of these in the future.
Yes, we're thinking dozens. Everyone needs a dragon.
If they're worthy of them.
There's gotta be.
Anyway, I mean, do you want me to hold on to this any longer? I mean, I can.
Oh, no, of course not. Oh, just just when we're gone. So,
Right.
it's not such a burden to you.
Boys. You'll miss the days when they were that easy to hold.
Yeah?
Anyway. I'll leave you all to it. We're in a rousing card game. Much easier to lose when I was drunk. Now I have no excuse.
Well, good luck.
Yes. Well. Bulldog's just like, so that means I can go on the next adventure, right?
Yeah, you're the first one.
Yes! Fire Island.
Yeah?
I bet the
Here's
whole
your-
thing's on fire.
I hope so.
Oh yeah. Cooked bulbug and cooked Leo. I bet will taste delicious.
Oh, and then we'll get very good barbecue, I bet.
I hope so.
So obviously before we walk away, DeFera's going to without Leo around, walk over to Pythor. And again, hold out a hand as though shaking, going to shake a hand. And then I start shaking his hand, if he will accept.
He holds it. Yeah.
And I'll just pull him really close.
Oh. Well, hello.
Hello. I just need to make something very clear. Leo is my best friend, and I'm not good at friends. So if anything happens to that egg, I will kill you myself. And I'm shaking your hand about it, because I don't know how to be friends. But this makes it real. And I'm very sorry. But I'm not gonna lose my best friend, because he loses this egg. Does this make sense?
It makes perfect sense. You care for Leo very deeply.
No, he's just my best friend. Why'd you say it
It's-
like that?
What I've had a lot of best friends.
What? I only have.
Yes,
make one.
yes, you've a best friend, and
Okay.
I might not be good for much anymore, but I will handle this.
No.
I know you don't really believe in me, and Threnos doesn't really believe in me, and would rather I maybe toss myself off in the sea for all it's worth, but, well, I can do this one thing. I can try at least.
I appreciate the try. We love a good try. I'm still shaking his hand.
You're holding onto my hand for a long time for someone who's really concerned about Leo.
She's gonna stop shaking his hand. Immediately. Fuck off, Pythor. And then just walk away.
He flashes you this grin like he's like messing, but like. Right, still got it. And I still don't have any fives, me damn it. And yeah. I feel night has set in now. Was beginning to. Sun dipping its final goodbyes. Does anyone have anything immediately they would like to be doing, given new information, some time to think? So maybe I have a thing.
You have a thing.
I do have a thing.
Go for it.
In the distance, as the sun is setting, you can see a heavy amount of clouds rolling seemingly out of nowhere, obscuring that kind of golden moment. You can already feel the winds pick up, blowing in from that direction. Not necessarily dangerous winds. You still have a heading, but the rowers are called to their stations and told to push past this squall. But that's when you watch the first crack of lightning cut through the sky, and the storm seems to be pulling itself closer to you. Just as the thunder reaches you all, sailors are called to an alert, but not to stations just yet. It's strange though. The storm doesn't behave like a storm you would understand it. The wind's picking up now. Is anyone kind of getting to the top decks, or are you all just like, the crew's got this one?
From the moment the clouds form, Thrynos would be standing at the point of the ship closest to the storm.
Now, the winds are definitely blowing, and the dark of the night kind of sets on more immediately here. As this clash of sky and sea comes and kind of begins to fully overtake the ship, again, it's not really rocking you all, as you're reminded once again, the Ultros is made to resist the effects of any attempted interference by Sidon. It requires steering and careful sailing. Obviously, you can't just let the sails take you wherever it may be, and you're cutting through waves like butter. The size of this ship and its power burning through the rocky seas such that you're keeping it pretty steady here. But that's when you watch another closer thunder crash in the distance collide, not, however, across the sky. Rather than striking down with the heavens, lightning crackles amongst the surface of the sea itself as it's originating from right from the meeting point. It doesn't descend and strike like a natural thunderbolt. And as rain continues to lash down around you all, I need anyone who's keeping an eye out to make me a perception check, as I'm going to race over the heavy rain! See a 13, a 7, a 14, a 4. I'm gonna go ahead and see. I think Eliana might have stuff on her. She does not. Okay. I'll just roll a d20 and Eliana's got like a plus a billion to perception, and I rolled a 9. I'll say Thrynos and Leo, you're the ones who are able to kind of pick this out initially. As you can now, the source of this storm comes into view as you see this, what looks to be a sudden jagged rock that comes out about about within a mile from the ship, juts out suddenly, but then you watch as this puckering occurs on it, and it wraps itself back and around against a distant gargantuan form as a scaled monstrosity with tentacles and teeth has wrapped itself around an equally enormous giant that stands knee-deep in the waves. These two creatures appear to be locked in some form of mortal combat, ripping and prying at each other, and this giant shudders and shocks its entire body alight with electricity, dancing across this dangerous creature. If anyone would like to make me a nature or history, I wish there were like a mythology check or arcana, but also as you can point this out to your friends, and it's becoming increasingly apparent
18 Arcana to figure out what's going on.
Defera and Threnos. Well, Calliope, you've heard tales of sea monsters.
Leo rolled a nat 20 on a history check.
I have
Brilliant.
0.
Yes!
Of course.
Leo!
I thought it was more a goof.
That's a child of Sidon! You
Oh, that's
know
not good.
anywhere. Big Sidon looking, but not Sidon himself. The dude's like Pythor, he's got kids everywhere, but they're all assholes. As opposed to the other children of Pythor, who are too many to keep count of. But what the three of you recognize, and Calliope, you know that the seas, they speak of the seas of the Gulf Coast, cerulean coast here, being dangerous for many reasons. Pirates, raiders, strange islands of dangerous creatures, but also those things that live deep beneath the waves, that things that have come up and struck at even coastal towns and cities as great as Mitros itself. Threnos and Defera, though, you absolutely would be able to recognize and piece together from storybooks and mythology the Kraken, this dangerous, vile thing that has actually managed to destroy one of the statues of Pythor in ancient days, hence the reason there's only one when there used to be two, and appears various things, carrying ships and Titan and God alike, fighting all and besting many. It seems for the moment you're passing by just the periphery of this battle, as they just clash with one another as the day rolls and roils to an end now. A night coming around you, undoubtedly under the cloak of this storm that both are calling to themselves. What's the command, Captain? You hear from your crew behind you.
We all look at Leo.
Exactly. Gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah, I think we gotta go.
We're not ready for that.
You push onward, calling for more speed, more oar, more sail, and the Ultros
More that way.
lurches itself along your destined path. The Antikythera still lighting their way through the ocean, even as it churns and pops and bubbles. And as you watch the two of them continue their clash, pulling and striking against each other, jumping in and out of the water, spraying ocean high into the stars themselves. It passes. And the thunder subsides and the rains begin to drip and dry off, and eventually you're once again on open oceans, though this time now very much on a very clear starlit night. In the distance, an island is approaching. And I think there would be a great place to take our first break of the evening. Whew. All right, so we're all going to take a moment to kind of bring ourselves back in, take care of ourselves, our bodies, everything we need to do. I suggest you do the same. Thank you so much for sticking with us, and I hope you stick with us just a bit longer after a brief respite. And, well, I will see y'all after the break. Michelle, if you're there, please take us out. Well, hello. How you doing? I hope you had a great chance to quick, calmly reflect and, are ready to get back into it with us, because in the distance is Fire Island. Good song for that. Wait, give me a second. Fire Island. Yeah, that works. All right. Crystal clear blue waters and a handful of smaller islands surround the landmass you're approaching. Dense tropical foliage covers the island, and you can hear the cacophonous sounds of abundant wildlife. An impressive black mountain rises from the jungle at the center of the main island, and the smell of smoke and brimstone hangs at the air. Even in the darkness of the sky, with the sun, with the stars and moon, you are able to make out, quite large volcano, which at the moment has just a thin trail of smoke snaking its way into the sky above the caldera. Your two lizardman companions are very eager to be home, though they will, of course.
Not too close. Coast is covered by barbed rock. Destroyed many a ship.
If we can't get close to the coast, how do we get to the island?
Small boat. Small boat good. Big boat heavy. Set in water very deep. Cut its tummy.
All boats it is.
So you can all. So, question begins again. Whom are you bringing with you? Just yourselves? Drix and Gix? Are you bringing Bullbug?
Bulbug, yes. He is
I
coming.
feel like we have to. And,
Yeah.
like it's like promising a puppy a car ride. Now they have to go in the car with you. That's just the rules.
All right. Pythor will take care of the egg, and able to load up. I assume we're getting Drix, Gix, and Bullbug. Anyone else?
Do we really need anyone else for this?
Of course not. This is a diplomatic mission.
No, this will be a fight. Yeah. Hopefully, no one gets sacrificed into a volcano. Well,
Yeah.
Make ground.
I'm gonna do one of these at the Pythor with the egg.
Kind of like adjusts it in the papoose. He's kind of has to side sling it. It's not really built for him, so it's kind of sitting in front of one peck right now. But rowboats are able to bring the rowboat. You can bring yourselves in there and cross what is more easily navigable in a smaller vessel, but quite dense coral reef that stretches along the entirety of the coastline here. It seems beautiful fluorescence of colors that and movements of strange fish shoot out and around about you. But you make landfall quite easily, actually. And the dense jungle sits before you. But as you're pulling up and igniting whatever light sources you deign to use, you do also see some lights coming towards you. A singular flame, it seems.
well, you two, I suppose. Should we hide or wait?
And both of them will kind of take a defensive posture, gripping at spears, but then seem to kind of make a kind of chirp sound, sort of a almost bird song that is sent out, and a different bird song is sent in return, and they both nod.
We should wait and be greeted.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
And shortly enough, there is, in fact, a contingent of lizard folk who greet you. The one holding the flame, it kind of has it on the end of a long staff that it uses to kind of clear the brush in front of it. And they'll stand and a bit more wizened and old, the scales not scales quite literally graying as they're not perfectly molting anymore. Some, more decorations indicate someone of significance, and they give you a bow of the head.
Welcome to Fire Island. I am Grax, shaman that serves at the behest of Hytha, the Lizard Queen. I see you have returned our brave warriors to us.
We have. Behold.
This is good. Though, Drix Geeks, you have not returned with the giant one. No. Well, he is on the boat. We have brought him. He's on the boat. He is does not fit. Your friends are cautious.
Motions towards all you, looking for an answer.
Given the current political climate, we weren't sure if it was entirely safe to kind of lead him here. We heard you all were in a little bit of trouble with, a taking of the throne of the true queen.
There is wisdom in your words. You will meet with Vaitha. Then you can decide whether to present your tall one. But first, you must follow. The night drags on, and Vaitha would greet you as visitors and guests.
And he'll turn in the
Second time we're on an island with a new monarchy, and for the second time we're walking straight into it.
What are the
Every
chances we
time.
get put in prison a second time?
No,
I feel
I'd
like
to say
the-
low.
They're non-zero.
I mean, if I had a silver for every time you guys got captured by throwing yourselves into at the graces of someone who's indefinitely more powerful than you, I don't know how many I'd have. I don't feel like I haven't been around for all your adventures.
4
It
silver,
happens a
which
lot.
isn't a lot, but
4.
3 more than you'd think.
Well, you all learn sometime. Doesn't sound like it's going to be today, though. And he'll have to stick an axe over his shoulder and start walking.
Learning is for quitters.
We'll enter the jungle.
Yeah.
We follow.
Welcome to the jungle.
They do
They
have
have
fun,
fun in
there.
games.
Maybe. To be determined.
The strange forest here is alive with the sounds of creatures, and the heat here seems to be packed in, that geothermal energy of the volcano radiating across the entire island. And you soon all find yourselves, well, at least somewhat sweating, depending on your constitution. But you are guided in what seems to be a safely marked trail by Grax and 6 other lizard folk toward an encampment where a number of other lizard folk have made a home here. Kind of a series of interconnected bungalow styles built amongst the trees, but also on the ground here they have some more open air kind of areas for rest, storage, and a large fire, which illuminates the space you all have before you. As you approach, you are brought by Grax in front of a more resplendent-looking lizard folk than the others. She's built a bit bigger, kind of more broad-shouldered, more defined crest, and is adorned with obsidian jewelry. And not so much a crown as almost an entire glittering second skin. Sorry, but yes, accurate. Vaitha, Queen of the Lizards, sits on her throne ready to greet you. Anything I was doing as you all enter?
So they have the Queenie that knows what's going on, but there are Sidon's minions here too. Hopefully this
Correct.
goes well.
Grax will.
My most resplendent queen, I bring to you the outsiders and have used their tongues so that might understand what we speak. This is good, Grax. You have done well. Strangers, heroes who return what was lost to us, please, be welcome. Vaitha commands it.
And some food and grub and, all we brought forward. Light supper kind of things. Kind of a mix of very thin, what looks to be fruit, some fish, and very big grub, as well as what seems to be very thin slices of already very thinned meat, such that it almost kind of have no taste. Crackers, basically. The crackers of meat. The crackling.
Interesting.
Well, because in my head, I can't tell you what it is, but it's not really something that would have a lot of fat on it. Just kind of like quickly. Anyway.
I see.
Have you already heard the tale of our woes, or shall it be retold to you now by Vaitha?
I think we've
it's-
heard the preface, but we would like to hear the full text, if that makes sense.
Yes, good. Bring forth the storytelling salts.
And a series of jars are brought forward and kind of smeared what seems to be with different colors, and she'll pull the tops off of each one respectfully and place it down alongside before grabbing kind of a handful of each and tossing each of them into the fire as they rise and blend and curve into this beautiful thing, changing the colors of the fire as they burn, and the smoke kind of twists, and as she seems to do a kind of prestidigitation to enhance her storytelling.
Long ago, Vaitha was queen, as Vaitha should be. Kept the nameless god appeased and happy. When the nameless god was ready to be born from her ground egg, Vaitha would be there to greet them. But
Throws some darker colors and a faux, very angry and angsty looking lizard man
Shenkor consorted with the storm titan and
strikes it down, and thundercloud roils around him.
was given powers and made king of not only the Firewalkers, but also all of Fire Island. Exiled us from our rightful place and now sits in our home, preventing us from appeasing the nameless god. Only now may he give his sacrifices to that most vile storm thing. He exchanged our precious volcanic children For the power of 2 tall ones and a magical artifact that has made him impossible to defeat. But this can change now.
And she'll throw a color in, and you'll find each of yourselves begin to be represented amongst the smoke.
For Vitha now charges or asks, whatever is more pleasing, you all to come and overthrow Jankor, strike him down and feed him to the nameless god, or give him to Vitha, and Vitha will find the approval of the nameless god. What do you say? I can keep doing this voice, but eventually, hopefully, one of you will cut in, because, oh boy.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just didn't want you to I didn't want to cut you off.
You're good.
Can I at all vibe check this? I
Yeah,
feel
of
like that's a good
course.
thing to do at this point.
Yeah.
Before we agree to anything. It's a 14.
Yeah, she seems pretty straightforward. I mean, she put
Okay.
a lot of production work into this. So,
Yeah,
you know,
she really did.
it'd be a very intricate
She sold it. Yeah, I mean, you never know.
That's true. She genuinely
Be a
seems
very
like
clever.
she seems very forthright in her belief in the nameless god, and also that Jankor was a usurper who served Sidon,
I see.
or at least what you understand of Sidon.
Mm-hmm.
And that there's 2 tall ones, which could be Jankin, or could just refer to Cyclops, and a magical artifact. Ooh, magical artifacts.
I would say that any who stand with Sidon ought to fall.
Yes, yes.
Do you know anything of this artifact?
Only it gives him great power. I know not its inner workings, but his strength comes not just from the artifact, but also from the 2 Cyclops that serve him, the great tall one-eyes. Jankor has both the power and craftsmanship of the storm god and his power.
And she seems to hold something, imaginarily hold something in her hand.
So is this artifact a sword, a stick, a shiny rock?
A staff.
See, it's good to know.
As far as I'm concerned, we're happy to help.
Oh, good, yes, good. The outsiders now are with Vitha, and Vitha is with them. Please, eat, enjoy. A feast will be called immediately.
And you see some giant lizards, kind of, like, seemingly beast of burden being brought forward and seeming to be ready to be, like, presented to you all.
Would these be acceptable?
I mean, we just ate.
Oh, but those were gifts. This would be a true feast worthy of heroes.
I'm willing to partake.
Whichever seems tastiest.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the vibe. I need a party. I need to get, like, party music.
I don't know why, but this immediately took me to It's Tough to Be a God from El Dorado.
Absolutely.
Could not tell you why.
I mean, honestly, it feels like it's like one note from Tushibalba.
Yeah, it really is.
But yeah, with that, the large lizards will be slaughtered, and they'll start cooking them up. And, well, yeah. Anything anyone does at this cool party, as everyone is kind of, like a wild, raucous event, but fruity beverages are being passed around. They seem fermented to a degree, and folks are enjoying themselves, looking with anticipation of the various meals being prepared.
Find a coconut shell full of something good. Join the party.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any music?
For sure.
Kind of. More percussion and very rough woodwind. I mean, you have to think about what they're working with here in the jungle. They don't really have that same wood quality as you get in a Mediterranean climate. So, yeah, they work with what they have. They're killing it on the xylophone. No,
I love that, though. That's fantastic.
Yeah, like bone instrument, and things with pulled leather, and definitely some sinew strings.
Yeah.
They're going for it.
I am down to join for a little bit of a jam sesh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then Leo's like, I didn't expect a feast before victory, but here we are. Might as well enjoy it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's very easy to enjoy. Why don't you want to make me performance check to see how well?
Performance? Yeah.
Oh no, not Leo. You're great. You're great, darling. I'm talking to Calliope
I'll
here.
take that natural 20 for
Absolutely
31.
rocks the hell out of this party, jamming out. Kind of wish I had again. Like, where is? Oh, here we go. Maybe we can do this. No, that's my Olympics thing. I'll find it. Anyway, no, that's not it. I'll find it anyway. But yeah, y'all are getting into it. As anyone has anything else they need to do as the night goes on.
Did we happen to ask her if she knows where any dinosaurs might be hiding on this island?
Do you know what a dinosaur is?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, do you know what?
Dragons. Just kidding. Dragons. Dinosaurs. Dragons. I ate marijuana before this, so dinosaurs, dragons, it's all the same.
Bigger lizards.
I mean, yeah, she'll tell you and tell you all about the history of this place and how there once was a mighty creature who called this place home, but it fought this sea demon in battle and was felled. But the volcanic children still remain, though from the sound of it, sounds like one of those has been traded off to Sidon. So she implies through so many words that there are a possibility of 2 dragon eggs on this island still remaining.
I'll make sure, if she doesn't share that out loud, to share that with the group, that they are definitely dragon eggs and not dinosaur eggs.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't even know what a dinosaur is.
Same.
Some
It's weird.
made-up word.
Just came right out of my head. No clue where it even came from.
I think it's a topping that you put on warm oats.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Could, yeah. Start out as little eggs and then the dinosaur comes out.
This one makes a lot of sense, actually.
I made the GM face palm. That's all I needed. I
Everyone's all
sorry,
hangry.
I'm incorrigible.
I haven't done this enough. I forget I'm playing 5e. If you haven't already, don't have inspiration, you should have it because y'all have earned it through various means by now.
Inspiration? What?
I know, right?
GM inspiration.
GM inspiration for everyone?
Everyone, because I'm so
I'm
behind on doing it.
Taking it.
Maybe we should just, claim it when we really need it. Yeah, Thrynos gets down. That's fine, yeah.
Well, the night will pass on unless anyone has anything specific, something else they'd like to do. And come morning,
Long rest?
Yeah, long rest. Did you need one?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. You really hadn't rested since the post-fight. Yeah, wow.
right. Yeah, I did.
Well, apparently
That was
we
up
had
to him.
like multiple days, so I guess like
I
technically.
never hit the button until we get to an island.
You didn't.
That's
You didn't
fair.
have. You didn't have multiple days. It took you
Oh.
basically.
I thought it was a full day.
Yeah, it was basically a full day of sail.
We started in the morning, we got in a fight, we were on the boat, and we made it.
But now 55 days remain of the Oath of Peace,
Great.
and you are in the jungle.
I assume there'll be someone who can point us in the right direction.
Yes, Vaitha will greet you all.
Before I send you on your way, there is business to discuss of the tall one who was stolen from us.
Oh, that voice is hard.
For he confirming that he will return and work with us. I will tell you of a secret entrance.
That would be helpful.
Will you accept this bargain then? That it is helpful to us both.
Well, he does want to work for you, right?
I don't remember. I think we
I'm
talked to
pretty
him
sure
about
he
it.
did. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a problem with it.
Yeah, it was the one on the boat. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was fine coming back.
We accept.
Good, good. I will have Dix and Gix produce him from your ship. And you must travel to the northern side of the caldera. There, you will find the bones of a great worm that died many years ago. I don't know why I can't confirm what amount of time it was. It is Jankor's claim to prominence that it died the day he was born, but it shall be his undoing when you use it to sneak right behind him. But be
So the
careful.
entrance is behind the worm skeleton.
It is true.
We'll go that way then.
Excellent. I wish you luck. And be careful. The jungles are dangerous.
Be back soon. The north side of the caldera.
So when
Maybe
you say dangerous, like, is there anything we should watch out for specifically?
She motions around to her various assorted warriors, to their accoutrements, and you see, thick scales of, other creatures. It seems like various forms of wildlife are here.
The jungle is thick and home to many predators that excel at snatching when you're not looking.
Okay.
The waters
Since-
are quick but dangerous. The trees are calming but deceptive. No shadow can be trusted.
So with our two friends heading to go get the tall one,
They
There's
have a
someone who could
path
be a-
to the beach. They understand. You are
that's-
strangers here.
that's what I'm saying. Is there a guide that could give us a heads up to any particularly known shadows of deceptive dangerousness?
Asking for help from me. I understand. Vaitha is very understanding and offers you her finest tracker. Her finest and most available tracker.
And we'll produce a motions, and a lizard folk they'll kind of step up and give you all a nod.
Do they have a name?
Steve.
Sorry, Steve?
Steve.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
Steve. Not Steve.
Just Steve?
Sorry, Steve.
Steve. You might call
Steve.
me Steve.
Steve. Well, we hope that with your guidance we can make it through the jungle fairly untouched until we get to the caldera.
Then we must move quickly. You will follow Steve.
Lead the way, Steve.
Steve. Steve.
All right. I would love it if you could all make me survival checks.
We brought Steve. All right, strong fives, strong fives.
Yeah. They cancels each
I'll
other
take
out.
a 20.
Okay, so 20's good, but I'm seeing some 5s here.
Big fives. Big fives.
Gonna go ahead. All right, so I let Steve roll to see if he can get any luck with you all, even with a bonus from him. I don't believe that it's gonna be enough for all of you. So you're making your way through what kind of seems to be kind of swampier area, part where the runoff of the mountain kind of sits and hangs in a shadowy spot. A bit of a nowhere you can walk is dry situation, and the trees are too thick to effectively glide around. Steve is doing his best to guide your footfalls, but becomes a little difficult for some of you, especially as you're falling behind the group, such that you don't notice when Steve calls the two of you at the front to get down and hide yourselves among the brush that he puts around you. So I am going to give Defera and Calliope advantage on the stealth check, and Leo and Threnos disadvantage.
I already had disadvantage. Ha.
Well, now you have.
Can't disadvantage me more.
Oof. 4.
7.
All right. So, unfortunately, that is not a success. But, so you all are kind of going to see your friends duck down and wonder what's going on there, and ignore this for a second as I get this correctly. but I'm going to drag you on as you hear a disturbance in the upper canopy of the trees here. As well, what we all as people understand to be dinosaurs. In this case, a series of pterodons swoop down and begin descending on you all. But to you all, look like real weird fucking birds. Lizard birds with leathery wings and sharp beaks. And
yeah, lizard birds.
as they descend, I'm gonna get you all. Nope, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Ooh. Like this one. I'm gonna need you all to, as I drag you on, roll yourselves some initiative. Are you all able to get it set up?
I don't.
Yeah.
It's not populating, is it?
No.
I still see Fire Island.
Well, yeah, it should still be Fire Island. But do you see your toe? Oh, I understand immediately what I've done wrong.
Down the wrong layer.
Wrong layer. There you all are.
There it is.
Oh, hey, look, I see.
Yeah.
Give me a second here.
Oh, crap.
I didn't mean to do advantage. I forgot to toggle that off. My bad. What was the lower roll? It was an 18 plus 4, so that's a 22.
An 18 and a natural 20.
Yeah, not bad.
I'm over here with a 3.
Okay, let me go ahead and add a turn here. And real quick. Do that, and then that. Populate the pterodons. And then start checking one thing real quick. Won't be a problem. Don't even worry about it.
Worry.
Be fine. Let's set this into action. Calliope, you're up.
Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use my typical like bard like bread and butter thing first before going too wild. I'm gonna go ahead and are these ranges accurate?
They're kind of up and around and about. We're playing a little fast and loose here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Bane on 3 of them, so I'm gonna need some charisma saves.
Well, you know, pterodons were famously very charismatic.
Yeah, have you seen Petrie from Land Before Time? Like,
Oh my gosh. So a 9, a 5, and a 9.
okay, well those all fail since they're Bane.
Why are you so mean to them?
I don't know, because they want to eat us.
Sounds rude.
And I will leave that there for now.
Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and oh boy, wrong button. Okay, mark some banes here on these 3 just to keep it consistent. Tefera, you're up.
She's going to shoot off a couple Eldritch Blasts at one of this guy and one of this guy.
All right, fire away.
Boop.
22 and 17 will both hit.
Cool.
10 and 7. Okay. So you kind of shoot off some blasts into the upper canopy as you become aware of them and see them about to harrow your friends and just connecting with two of them, disrupting them, causing them to swoop back out, and just they have to realign again. Leo, what would you like to do?
Hi. I might throw something.
Okay.
I just want to make sure it does my
What you
next
throwing?
on. I am gonna throw my javelin of lightning.
You don't say.
Yeah.
All right then. Fire away.
All right.
Is this one of the ones that's already been hit, or
I know it's gonna be another one. Oof. 8 to hit.
it's not going to do it on the pterodons? As a crackle of lightning explodes in the sky, flying past all the dinosaurs, scattering a lot of local birds that hadn't already been active, and definitely clearing a bit of the jungle to yourself. But unfortunately not fast enough, as we are going to have the two that Defera attacks swoop down, do a flyby, so they're going to go and peck at you and fly back up into the canopy. 2 bites coming in for an 8 and a 7 to hit.
Don't even need the bane. Unless that was with it.
No, that wasn't with Bane. Okay, last one with Bane is going to try and swoop down at Calliope. 19, let's roll Bane for 3, so 16.
God damn it, that's my AC.
Okay. You're going to take 6 piercing damage.
How dare.
Roll concentration. As basically it swoops by. There's things of swooping by and just like pulling their heads back, pecking at you, and then flying off as you're left with a pretty sizable welt on your arm. The other 3, they're going to have, let's see, 2 down at our lightning chucker and 1 at our otherwise unassuming sorcerer. So Leo, that is a 6 and a 22 to hit.
Oh, the 22 does hit.
Good job. Good job, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm real proud of this one. That will be 5 piercing damage to you as it manages somehow to get around your armor and give you a solid peck at the back of the neck. And then Krenos. 9.
That's not gonna do it.
I'm gonna guess, yeah, you're able to wave that one off as it swoops in. They
I
all
actually dodged a different one. That one just missed me real bad.
There you go. Kind of getting out of the way, it kind of just swoops by. Well, it's to you, Threnos. What would you like to do?
As a bonus action, I will cast Shield of Faith on Calliope, because I think the extra 2 will matter, and it's not going to help Leo any. And then, as my regular action, I will Firebolt one that has been hit already. Whichever one's looking the worst. An 11.
Oh, 11 to hit?
Yes.
Will miss.
I'm going to use my inspiration and shoot again.
Okay.
An 11. How about a second 11?
Yeah, the second 11 unfortunately doesn't meet its second AC, which is
If
unfortunately.
I roll a third 11 in a row, will you call it a hit?
Yeah, I would.
Damn it.
19.
Nope, doesn't matter. This is okay. That's it.
You shoot a fireball up at the one that is kind of limping the most, and unfortunately aren't able to quite produce a hit. And that's when you hear the gurgling behind you, as that water it jumps out to try and bite you. It's a crocodile.
God,
It's only a 10 to hit, though.
it misses.
Okay.
Renos screams, dives away.
Defera, you're also getting a dance partner in the form of a crocodile for a 13 to hit with its surprise. The 13 will hit?
It does not.
Oh, okay. It kind of also, similarly, you're alerted with the sound of a very manly scream, I'm sure. And, also jump out of the way of the danger log. Back to the top of the round.
Yeah, okay, this made things weird. This is all weird now. I don't know what to do. Is there a direction in which I could take a thunder wave that wouldn't hit my party members?
Like, up to the sky, probably, you could clear
Okay.
a contingent.
Alright, I would like to do that. I'm gonna need some con saves.
Alright, con saves from the pterodons, famously very constitutional. Actually 2 19s and a 7.
God damn it.
I am
okay, those two
shocked.
19s are gonna take half damage.
Alright, well, they're probably not long for this world anyway.
7 is gonna take full damage. 9!
Okay, so would you rather send it to the ones that haven't been damaged or the group that you baned? Kind of keep those as flight groups. By your
Oh,
groups.
yeah, I would have done the ones that they were banned, so...
Okay. So that will definitely take that one out, even with for 5. That one will barely be hanging on. Just keeps you hanging on, and that one is going to definitely not like that hit, and that group is very much bloodied and not enjoying this.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna yell to Leo, just get it, like almost like there's a spider or something in the shower. You know the feel, like that's the Pornic inspiration.
Alright, Defera, you're up. You got a big old water puppy in your face.
Oh.
He just want to take a little nibble on you and give
Yeah.
you a little spin.
Yeah. So, she's just gonna do... So seeing that, like, basically the 3 that her and Calliope were kind of getting to are on their... I don't want to say on their way out, but, like, Calliope appears to have, like, a good handle on those. She's going to redirect her focus towards the crocodile who is in her face.
Yeah.
And she's going to cast the green flame blade on her quarterstaff.
Green flame. Sorry, it's an ancient name, but yeah.
So I'll just come back over here. This is where I get confused on all the things. I feel like a 14 is not going to hit a crocodile.
Probably not, but we'll find out. It will. 14 absolutely will hit a crocodile.
Okay, well, would you look at that? Alright, well, let me come back here to this stupid thing. And then it's at 5th level, melee attack deals an extra d8, so 2d8. Cool! That...
Well, 8 damage
Natural
does
1.
do a solid chunk as you pop the danger log pretty sternly on the head, discombobulating it, and the flames causing it to kind of pull back a little bit from you. Won't be so eager to come at you so foolishly again. Leo, you're up.
Right, I'm gonna pop the second one.
Get it.
Yes. Click. 24 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I would do 10 damage for that first attack.
Okay. First swing, putting it and sending it back. 23 will hit again.
And 12 damage.
Basically, simply moving its way over as this thing's adjusting to try and move. You kind of cut along the side of it to get its attention around its neck, and then as it's turning, you right in between the eyes. This thing is no longer a member of combat. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to this other friend.
All right, perfect. These pterodon are getting the fuck out of here. They don't want to be part of this anymore. But these three are seeing some targets. So I think we're going to do one at Calliope and two at Threnos. Because those wings look impeccable. Ooh, natural 20 to hit Calliope. And a 9.
Well, guess what? It's not a crit anyway, because I have adamantine armor.
Okay. So it's just a regular hit.
Yeah.
And I think I've got one hit on Threnos, 22.
Yes.
Okay. So one attack coming towards both of you. That will be 4 damage to Calliope and 7 to Threnos.
Got it.
And they'll swoop by, pecking at you all, kind of just getting annoying more so than really taking anything. But they're starting, they get blood from their strikes. Theros, you're up.
I'm just gonna firebolt the one that pecked me on the way by.
That's fair.
A
Natural 20.
20.
All right, roll me some beautiful, beautiful fiery damage.
Firebolt for 21.
Dead, gone, destroyed.
Yeah, 21.
Oops.
It flashes into a roast turkey before it falls from the sky. Which is impressive because it was a lizard. Perfect.
Yeah. All right, and then it's the crocodile, which is going to see it has options. So it's going to take one last bite at Tefera here and try and get her 22. I believe that's going to be a hit.
Just kidding. Yeah. Sorry. That's it.
Counterspell the teeth.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so you are going to take 6 piercing damage, and you're going to be grappled as it holds on to your upper thigh here, and is basically like trying to pull and drag you down. So you are going to be restrained as well. That's going to be its turn. Calliope.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. Can I whack it with my sword?
Yeah, whack with your sword.
Okay, great. I'm gonna do a 2-hand strike because I feel like that's just instinct.
Yeah, whack it.
No! 7.
Even if I gave you like a little, well,
I don't know if I will use my inspiration on this. Not gonna lie.
I'd give you
Immediately
advantage
burned
because
by.
this thing is locked onto her thigh. If you gotta get around and like get behind it and like take a,
Yeah.
I'd say
Okay.
that flank in particular. When it's not
Okay.
really like engaging in fighting here.
Okay. I'll try again. 13.
Will hit.
Let's go. Alright, well, 2-hand does 3 damage because I rolled a fucking 1.
Kind of just bop it, and you realize you're just hit it with the
Let go.
the
Drop it.
with the brunt of the flat of the blade. Just
This is the worst
like
fight.
like a snort. We're getting it all out of the way. Get it all, loosen up. New island. Gotta loosen up for the first quarter.
New Island, who dis?
Anything else that you do on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay, Tefera, you are grappled and restrained. So, not feeling good, basically.
Yeah, I would like to I will just shout. Hang on, let me see if this will actually work. It probably won't. Counterspell. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything that won't also hurt other people within my range. So, I'm gonna shift and pivot a smidge. I'm just going to, I'm gonna turn to the team and say, don't judge me for this. And her eyes are going to roll back in her head, and she's going to open her mouth, and an infestation of locusts are going to come spewing out of her mouth, and she's going to cast Infestation. Because I can't do anything else. Because I have to, like, attack it or hit it or hurt everybody and everything.
If it worked for the mummy, it works for you.
Yeah, see? There you go. Just like the mummy. So can I do that?
He was hot.
I need a Constitution saving throw. He was.
Okay. 9.
No, buddy. Sorry, friend. We'll take this many damage. Wrong one. Don't pay attention to that. That was wrong one.
Not paying attention to it. 9 damage.
There it is. Okay.
Well, that you're gonna watch as everyone watches the insects spew out of Tefera's mouth and descend on this thing and basically swarm it such that you can't even see the crocodile anymore, and then it is not but bone. The last remaining pterodons, realizing they are severely outnumbered and no longer, in a position to really make any progress on any of you, they clear out. Pot shot, yeah, 24 will hit.
I have range 120 feet.
12. Yeah, you ding one out of the sky just because it's running away.
Like you're at a county fair and you hit one and it goes ding. Just
a barker. A teddy bear for you. Shoot the pterodon. Get a prize. Yeah, you're once again just kind of left in the jungle here, and
I will point at the crocodile skeleton and look at the fear and say, "Could you always have done that?"
Mm-hmm. She's going to go down, grab a swallow of water, and just start swishing.
it's really gross swamp water.
It's fine. She just had a bunch of locusts scream out of her face, so yeah. I mean, I could do a lot of really
emergencies.
Weird. Yeah, it's not like the one that I like to use because bugs in your teeth are not great.
Anyway, the north side of the caldera then, and try to avoid the lizards. Well, those lizards. No offense.
None taken.
Sorry, Steve.
Steve. And you must be more careful.
Not used to this kind of terrain.
It shows.
I am flicking moss and water off of my wings.
And Steve will continue to guide you for what feels like almost the better part of the early morning and into the beginning of the afternoon. You watch the sun crest over you. It's sitting at the top, the peak of the day. And Eventually, though, you are brought to what appears to be a kind of small inlet, small crack, almost. But it's large enough that each of you can slide in and through it, as Stee will demonstrate. Seems like that's your secret entrance.
Okay.
I was expecting a giant, ominous, skeletal beast.
Are you going in as you say this?
Yes.
It's as you're saying this, you kind of like look back to those of your group and make a comment, and then you turn, and then a giant skeletal jaw of a creature is illuminated by dark fire from within it. As, you know, this entire thing just... As the spine of some massive creature serves as the bridge to the Lizard King's fort, ash darkens the crevices of the otherwise bleached white bone. Even as the hot sun beats down from a cloudless sky, you can sense an even more oppressive heat radiating up from below. And you guys can make me a nature check if you want to figure out the exact type of creature this is.
Yeah. Something more like that.
Yeah, even with a 14, no idea. But Stee will motion for you all to be quiet.
Lizard King's fortress is guarded. You will have to proceed without me. I will be waiting to hear news of his death and will guard the entrance. Do not disappoint our queen. Vita is depending on you. The nameless god depends on you.
See you soon, Steve.
Steve. If you succeed, you may call me other names. But until then, Steve.
Where he says, as we're leaving, I swear he says Steve.
So, you all enter further in and moving your way up along this long, massive bridge. And in the distance, you hear movement and sounds of what appear to be sentries. The Lizard King's fortress is ahead of you and awaits lava gurgling even from here. Potential for dragon eggs, treasure, and royally pissing off Cult of Sidon that you didn't even know about. Will have to wait until next time, because that is where we're going to call it. A little bit early, I know, but
No.
I think best to call it here and come back hopefully with full numbers, especially going into the holiday season. Leave you all on a good cliffhanger before we stick ourselves too deeply into a dungeon. But that being said, thank you all so much for joining us, because as usual, it's been an absolute honor and pleasure to have you all here. This has been Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragonlords, and before I say anything else, let us quickly go around through our exceptional cast and let them tell you who they are, who they're playing tonight, and where you can find more of their exceptional work in the real world, the internet, and all the spaces in between. Starting, of course, with the most comradeish of crashes. Beginner and outroer of things. Please take it away.
Yes, of course. Hey, Comrade Crash. I played the Leo Dracos, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord, and you can find me here every 2 weeks. pass it on to Defera.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Kritz. I played Tefera Adamos. She was our Medusa Warlock, who's just trying to figure out this friendship thing. She's doing it kind of aggressively. Don't worry, it's all fine. Everything's fine. Also, dinosaurs in my D&D. Wow, who'd have predicted it? Not the marijuana. So on that note, where will you see me? Sometime in December with All Hail the Queen. I say that with a big old question mark. We're not sure. We'll be there though, whenever it happens. And then in 2 weeks you'll find me back here. In the meantime, if you want to see my face in person, in real life, and you happen to be at PAX U, feel free to come up to me and say hello. Cause I'll be there. Handing out cards. Being me. Talking
Best
about
thing you could
threesome.
be.
Next.
What a big. Never mind.
I love this. I love this table so much. Holy shit. Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm here, I'm on your screen. As per usual, tonight I played Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry bard who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. You can find me all over the internet at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, I guess Twitter, Blue Sky more so than anything, a whole bunch of other places, but just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wander a whole lot and wear a whole lot of different hats. I do things like game design, video editing, graphic design. I made this overlay and a whole lot of overlays that you see on this channel. I don't talk about that a lot, but yeah. I frequent a couple of channels, including Lost Caravan RPG, and I'm in All Hail the Queen with Chrissy. Don't know when we're gonna be back, but we'll be back at some point. You know, holiday stuff.
Which we just celebrated our 3-year anniversary. Happy anniversary, Heck.
Yeah,
I'm
happy
sorry, I didn't
anniversary!
hear.
Happy anniversary! Aw. Feels. All of the feels. But at least for upcoming games, the biggest shout out I want to give is what I do know is coming up next week. The next time you're going to see me on stream, which is over on Lost Caravan RPG. I am running a game that I wrote, Final Girl Simulator. It's a 2-player game where one person plays the killer and one person plays the final girl, and I'm going to be playing the killer. And I playtested this the other day, and it was very fun. I'm so excited for it. It's going to be so cool. So if you're interested in seeing how that turns out, go check that out next week. It's gonna be a really good time. But other than that, I don't shut up about the stuff that I'm in on social media, so just go find me. But yeah, on over to HP.
Hello, I'm Last Hit Point Hero, and tonight I played Thrynos, the Siren Sorcerer Demi-Titan, whose conquests may have been slightly exaggerated. I will be next on Cold Hands, Warm Heart on the 8th of December. I think it's the 8th. Sounds right.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
Friday,
correct.
something like that.
Yeah.
I have a birthday on Wednesday. That's cool. Those get weird as more of them pile up. And I think that's it. Yeah. Now I'm stuck with this again. I don't know what to do with it. I mean, usually I put it right here, but I can't put it right here because right here is not here. So I've got to gotta juggle it a little bit. Turk, this is mine. I'll figure it out. Turk, don't worry. Give me a second,
I have
Turk.
so many
Give me a
things I
second.
could talk
Give
about.
me a second. Over to you, Turk.
Thank you. Unfortunately, Tony couldn't join us tonight, but we were wishing them well, and of course, with the upcoming holidays, we wish you all well as well. Jeez. I, of course, am Turk, or Turk accented on the various places that we call the internet, and maybe in real life too, if you're weird about it. I don't judge. If you want to see more of me and the things I do, I'm over here, of course, on Neon Lights all the time with various shows, including, of course, Oathsworn, By His Shadowed Peace, Last Transmission, and some other really cool projects. I also ran a little campaign. It was almost, award nominated. Frozen Rain. Might have heard of it. Might have inspired a really awesome spin-off series, and maybe there'll be more of that in the future. I'm also over on Lost Caravan through some campaigns, one-shots, various things. I GM some Call of Cthulhu over there in the Caravan of Cthulhu. And you might see me some other places soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Projects lining up. That all being said, thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you when we can, with the holidays permitting, and getting as many of our players together as possible. And remember, family is what you make of it. Your allies too. And even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecies. Stick around for the raid. Love you all. See you later. Bye.